Hi guys and welcome back to another video. So the first comment is from My Chisels. Thanks Mike. Another update. I had several weeks, months off bar muscle up work due to work injury. I've been consistent again now for at least 3 months. I'm on green plus black band successfully 5 times 5, but fail one rep at every other more difficult band combination. So my plan is to increase my rep range to from 6 to 8. Also continue with explosive chest to bars and weighted pull-ups. Yeah, I think that sounds great. So you're on the green and black and can do 5 reps for 5 sets. You can also try to do the first rep of each set with a harder band combination to progressive overload a little bit. But other than that, I think increasing the rep range to 6 to 8 is also a great idea. And I'm also so happy to hear that you're back from your injury. Injuries really suck. And please keep me posted on your progress. And before I forget, I would really recommend downloading my muscle up technique checklist if you want to learn the muscle up faster and safer. So I gathered all the information I know about the muscle up in a ordered list with videos to each tip, and it really helps to remind ourselves of the technique before every muscle up workout so we don't forget any step. So you can download that in the description below. And Joel asks, please do a video on how to do pull-ups in order for muscle ups and how much height we should reach in pull-up in order to learn the muscle up. He also asks, also should I raise my chest and arch my back at the start or not? So great questions. I will implement them in my muscle up technique guide. So let's start with the grip. As you can see here, I'm gripping the bar shoulder width apart a little bit more. I'm also hanging from my fingers. I'm not using a overhand grip, and I'm also using my gloves, as you can see here. And in the way that I teach the muscle up, I don't want my hands to stick on the bar. As you can see here, they're rotating as I am rotating. Some people like to use chalk and heavily rely on that overhand grip. But as you can see here, I'm just hanging from my fingers like a normal pull-up bar grip. And then as I'm rotating, my hands are rotating as well. And this is possible due to the gloves. But before you're doing your muscle ups, you want to check that your hands are not sticking on the bar. You want to be able to rotate your hands freely around the bar to make the transition as smooth as possible and as easy on the joints as possible. And if you want to try the gloves that I'm using, I'm also selling these gloves. You can get them by clicking on the link in the description below. And you will get a pack of 12 gloves that will last you for a very long time. And these gloves, they prevent that sticking feeling on the bar and will help the transition a lot, as you can see here. But they don't feel too slippery either. So they're the perfect combination of not sticking on the bar and not making the grip too slippery either. So this is the perfect glove for the muscle up in my opinion. So to summarize, shoulder width apart a little bit more, hanging from your fingers like a normal pull-up bar grip. And then you want a small swing forward, just like this. And when you reach the top of the swing, you wait a little bit. And as you start to swing back, you pull up with your elbows facing forward. This is a really important part, as you can see here. You want your elbows to be facing forward, and that will make you go around the bar. And that is the bar path you want for the muscle up. So let's take a look from this angle as well. Small swing forward. As you reach the top of the swing, you wait a little bit. And then in the backswing, you pull up with your elbows facing forward, and the timing for the muscle up is crucial. So if you pull up too early, before you reach the top of the swing, you will get stuck under the bar. And if you pull too late, if you wait too long before pulling up, you will also make the muscle up much harder. So the timing is really important to make the muscle up as smooth as possible. The correct timing is waiting a few milliseconds after you reach the top of the swing and then initiate the pull with your elbows facing forward. And this is a really good angle as well. So as you can see here, small swing forward. You don't want the swing to be too big and you don't want the swing to be too small either. Somewhere in between is the best. So small swing forward. When I reach the top of the swing here, I wait a few milliseconds before pulling up. Elbows facing forward. And now we reach the point of the muscle up, which is the transition. And this will tie into the questions asked before as well. So how high do you have to pull for the muscle up? So the answer is you don't have to pull as high as you think. So you can divide the muscle up into 2 pulling parts. The first is the explosive pull up. So you pull up to around here. And as you can see here, when my chin is almost over the bar, I initiate the explosive row. So from here, I'm just rowing the bar towards me. and that will create a very smooth and easy transition, and it will create good balance as well. As you can see here, my legs are pointing straight down. When your balance is off in the transition, your legs are pointing much more forward, and that will make the pushing up into the dip much harder. I'm pulling up, and then from here I'm initiating the row. So the pull is not very high. I'm trying to pull as explosively as I can, and then from here I'm just rowing the bar towards me, and also at the same time I'm throwing the chest over the bar. So those two movements, rowing and throwing, will make the transition very easy, and you land in a very balanced position, as you can see here. And then it's very easy to just push up into the dip. So his other question was also about the core, if we should raise our chest and arch our back in the bottom position. So my tip is just to relax your core and legs as much as you can. You don't have to think about arching or pushing your chest up or anything like that. Just try to relax your core and legs as much as possible. And I found that that makes the muscle up much smoother, and the muscle up doesn't get so stiff as it can be if you're thinking about tensing your legs or tensing your core or anything like that. So just try to relax your core and legs. Relax everything from the chest down as much as you can. And just to think about that cue will make the muscle up much smoother, even though you're tensing your core and legs a little bit automatically. But when you're focusing on trying to relax your core and legs, the muscle up will feel much smoother. As you can see here, everything is just following the upper body. And if you're filming yourself doing muscle ups, check if this position right here is the same as mine. Legs straight down, and your upper body is completely over the bar. And I also want to show you how I progress my muscle ups. So a normal muscle up workout, I'm always warming up 1 or 2 reps with the purple band, 1 or 2 reps with the black band, and trying to be as explosive as I can and to really embody the technique before the bodyweight muscle ups. So last reps with the red band, thinking about the technique. So then I'll start the actual workout. So I'll start with 1 bodyweight muscle up and then 2 bodyweight muscle ups. I think pyramid training is one of the best ways to get stronger in muscle ups. And then going to 6 muscle ups. So the top set, the hardest set, you can increase your reps higher if you want to. So first set and second set was more of a warm up. And then the third set, the top set, is my working set. And then the fourth set is also like a cool down set, doing 2 muscle ups. And then the last set, 1 rep. And this way of training has really helped me with my muscle up technique and also getting stronger in a fast and safe way. And I also like the first set to see them as warm-up sets as well, because you're really priming the body for the top set. And even if you can't do bodyweight muscle ups yet, you can use the same style, the pyramid training, with your bands. So for example, you can use a thinner band for the first set and maybe a thinner band plus a band for the second set, and then a thicker band for the top set where you're doing more reps, and so on. So you can really modify this to your level. And if you feel stuck in your muscle up journey, I also offer muscle up coaching. Link is in the description below. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one.